The Hidden Tree. A Storybird, The Hidden Tree, by Melissa Strickland, illustrated by Nadia Shanana. Published on June 21st, 2017. Student Learning Objective. At the conclusion of this reading, the student shall be able to discuss the importance of understanding homophone meanings within context. Homophones being used: pool, P-O-O-L, an artificial pool for swimming in. Pull, P-U-L-L, exert force on someone or something. When you hear the sound, you will know it's time to turn the page. Maria was excited that summer break was fast approaching. She would finally have the time to read some of her favorite books. Maria loved reading, the hot weather, and she especially loved swimming. She had told her parents that she wanted a pool. The other day, Maria had overheard her mom talking to her aunt in the kitchen that they were planning on clearing an area of the backyard and that it would be a big project with the pool and all, but it had to be done. After overhearing her mom's conversation, Maria began to think about all the adventures that she had read about from her books, and now she would have a pool to go with them. Maria imagined she lived on a desert island. The island would be her home, and she could dive into the depths of the ocean from her pool. Maria imagined swimming with all the different animals that lived in the ocean. The orca whale would be her best friend. And when she grew tired of swimming deep within the ocean, she would float on her pool raft and pretend it was a small boat. The next day, that happened to be the last day of school, Maria told her friends about how she was getting a pool and that she couldn't wait to have them over to swim in it. They were so excited and began to daydream of all the fun and adventure that they were going to have in Maria's pool. Maria quickly ran home from school to begin her summer adventures and, of course, to see her pool. When Maria entered her backyard, she was confused. There was no pool. As she walked closer, she could hear her mom and dad relaxing under a tree in the newly cleared area. Maria said to her mom, "What are you doing?" Her mom replied, "Your dad and I are resting under this tree that we planted when we first bought this house." Her dad said, "This area covered in overgrowth, and we had to pull the weeds up to clear the area." At first, Maria was upset about not having a pool. She had told her friends that she was getting one, and all she had was a tree that was hidden behind weeds that her parents had to pull up to reveal. Maria's mom began to explain to her how special the tree was to her and her dad, about how they used to spend so many afternoons under the tree, especially when Maria was born. Her mom went on to explain that life got them busy and the tree became hidden. Maria's mom reminded her of her aunt's visit last week and the conversation that they had. Maria's mom told her aunt that the area around the tree in the backyard was thick with overgrowth and that they would have to pull up so many weeds, but that it had to be done so that they could rebuild the tree. Maria's mom went on to tell Maria how she loved to play under and around the tree when Maria was very young and that they had so many fond memories. Maria's mom wanted her to enjoy the tree as a teenager and to create her own memories. After listening to her mom, Maria was not upset about not having a pool. Her mom and dad worked hard to pull the weeds up from around the tree so she could create her own memories and adventures, under, around, and even on top of the hidden tree. And as for her friends, if they were real friends, they wouldn't mind it either. The end. What caused Maria to be confused about getting a pool? How could have Maria avoided the confusion in the future? And finally, Can you create your own story where a misunderstanding could occur using another set of homophones?